Hi, so you say that private rental properties not just disappearing, they're coming back into the property market, making more available for people who want to own them. You're absolutely right, because ultimately, if somebody is a landlord is selling the property and it's not another landlord buying it, what's happening is probably somebody who can afford to buy that property is buying it to live in it. So you're right, it doesn't disappear, the house doesn't completely evaporates, but it falls into private ownership. This is not in dispute. The challenge, what you're finding is here, more and more of the nation are renters, because the average wage in the UK in 2023 is around 30,000. The average property price in the UK is 300,000. That's 10 times annual salary. The bank will lend you 4 times your annual salary, of your net annual salary, not your gross annual salary. And also after that, they will deduct anything that you are, let's say you're spending money on nappies, you're spending money on nursery fees and stuff like that. Your 30,000 is now being decreased by X amount of spend. So let's say, for this example, you are left with 20,000. So 20,000 pounds worth of net income times 4 will allow you to borrow 80,000. So if the average property is 300,000, how is somebody earning the average wage ever going to be able to buy that property that the landlord is selling? And that's the problem here. It's not so much good for the people who can actually afford it. It's and quite frankly, it's the 1% now that can afford, 100, who have £100,000 worth of income to be able to buy those properties. Those who don't used to be able to rent that property because the landlord used to own it, rent it, take part of that rent to pay the mortgage, and then the rest of it keep it as a float to keep the property maintained, as well as a bit of profit. That going. And in fact, 500,000 properties have come off the market from a private rental sector market. So there used to be 2.5 million homes available. Now they're down to 2 million homes available. So that 500,000 properties have either gone and been owned by people who can afford it, but that then doesn't help the people who can't afford it and needed a property to rent. And that's where the conundrum is happening in the UK in the property market.